rolling on a river, da 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 da, give up, ooh, 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 da 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 da. All right, that's on.
Okay, that was fun.
That was fun. It was
just
drive
getting
out.
Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say.
Oh, don't tease me. I'm not.
How is that?
Because now you need water. You need that reheated, I think.
I got coffee.
Healthy. It's the main thing.
It's delicious. Guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Livin' with Vince Fusco and Nancy Timpano. Nance, hello.
Hello. That wasn't salami you were talking about again, was it?
Shockingly, no.
No.
No. God, I love a cold cut. You know that. No, I was talking about these. You made muffins this morning.
I did. And when they're warm, they're okay. They're palatable because they're extremely healthy. No sugar, no...
You sell yourself short.
No.
Like you're really guessing it down.
Says the guy that's got half of it sitting there because he can't swallow it.
That's not the case. That's not the case. Nancy made beautiful, healthy muffins this morning, guys, and bless her for doing that. And she brought them up. I've never had a muffin made with chickpea flour.
I know. You'll know about it later. Wedge.
No, it's wedge, depending how loud. But they're delicious. Thank you for bringing them. But you immediately, when you got here, you were like, sorry, these are no good. But you handed me muffins and said sorry.
Because I couldn't come empty-handed because that's like Italian in me. I have to bring something.
Ridiculous. Oh, my God. Just quickly, we had friends over last week. They came over for a little spondines. Spondines, for those of you listening at home who don't understand Italian, it's like a little spread, a little platter, okay? So we had a little spondine last week. They brought the cold cuts and they brought some bread.
Yes. Oh.
How fun is this? They haven't listened to the episode. Love this. And I was like, guys, do you want to take your bread home? And they were like, oh, yeah, there's heaps left. We'll take it. And I laughed. And they're like, what's so funny? And I told them, I said, it's funny, the podcast episode.
Are you embarrassed they might listen to this?
No. Why should I be embarrassed? I didn't take the bread. No, but I did tell them to take the bread on purpose. I was like, no, like, I don't need it, but take it. And then I explained the comedy behind it.
Okay.
But going back to you rolled up, you gave me muffins. Bless you for bringing. You can roll up empty-handed. Hello,
I can't.
Nance, your family here.
Yes, I know.
You're wearing bed socks for Christ's sake. Like you literally walked in with your go on. They're the best. So you can't tell me that you don't feel comfortable in our house.
I just pulled a hammy quietly. No, I did not. I can do that again. Anywho,
but you say sorry so much.
Yeah, it's bad
So
habit.
do I. We really realise, and we're good that we tell each other. We're like,
Yeah.
You're just apologising for nothing.
I know.
So today I want to talk about it, like the people who apologise too much, not just ourselves, but out there as well. And if you're listening and you're one of those people, and I'm not just saying sorry for the sake of saying sorry, but it's one of those like, oh, here, I brought you a coffee. Sorry, I'm 5 minutes late. Or, I don't know, like...
I do it all
sorry,
the
it's
time.
cold outside. Sorry, I had to make you come out and meet me today because we're having a coffee and it's cold outside. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you apologising for the things that you don't need to apologise for?
I don't only over-apologise. I actually apologise when it's not my fault.
Oh, 100%.
It's like a nervous reaction.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at the shop and someone has got their trolley.
And they smash into my ankles.
Yeah,
I turn around and I'm like, oh, sorry.
But you smashed into
Fucking hit me, mate.
Get yourself a clacks, you idiot. I mean... wouldn't hurt so
Flashbacks.
much. But do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Always. Someone cuts me off on the road and I'll wave. Like, I'm like, hang on, I should be giving you the third finger. Yet I'm like, oh,
sorry.
Was I in the way?
Yeah.
No. I do it all the time. I don't like it. And a friend of mine, Jeanette, she says that as well. We always over-apologise.
Yeah.
Does everyone do it then? Maybe it's not just...
I don't think everyone does, because I know that there are definitely people who apologise for nothing. Like, have you encountered those people?
What do you mean? Like, isn't that what we're talking about? Like,
No. I'm saying no apology
Oh.
for anything.
Oh, you mean apologise for...
The actual opposite. Like
Yes.
people who do, like the people who do smash you with the trolley.
Yes.
And then it is your fault.
Yeah.
Or the people who do go out of their way to hurt you or be, malicious to people, and they never apologise.
Yeah.
They're unapologetic in their actions and their choices. And there's different like layers to that, because I think, we choose to live unapologetically, authentically.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you have to be a prick.
That's right. And then there's another level of saying the word, and just so you can say you've said sorry.
Totally, like a fake apology.
And it's like, well, but you've said sorry about the same thing 30 times, which means you're not sorry, because if you were sorry, you wouldn't do it again.
Totally. I feel like sorry is one of those words that like the more you say it, it loses its value.
Yeah. Yeah. And I overuse the word, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Like all the time.
I just want you to apologise for saying sorry so much.
Sorry.
Well, there you go. There you go. And look, it's not just you. Like I said, a lot of people do it. I do it myself. But what it does to us, it makes us subconsciously, because we continually are apologising, we're constantly in that state of like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm trying to constantly cater for everybody else. I don't want to put anybody else out. But in doing that, we're putting ourselves second.
I know. Yeah, that's right. Always. I do it all the time. I hear myself do it, and like you say, sometimes I get annoyed. It's like, then I'll catch myself and I'm like, what? You should be saying sorry to me.
So what would it take for you to be in a position where you could feel confident to catch yourself and then say that? Have you ever done that?
I haven't. What I've done, I've tried a couple of times. I've managed to do it. I managed to keep it quiet, but then I feel like I'm not being. What I'm saying is like, I'm about to say sorry, and I'm like, I'm about to say sorry, so I'm just gonna.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, don't say it. So I'm like, good, you didn't say it, but then I've got that awkward 2 minutes of. There's something going on out there, and I'm not saying...
That's a power move.
Yeah.
That's a good power move, though, because that is a really empowering position, and it's a bit like, negotiations, for example. They say the person who talks first loses. So if you're expected to apologise or they put you in that position, but you catch yourself and you don't, and you sit there in silence, that silence is so powerful.
Yeah, I've done that a little bit at work recently when, sometimes...
Me too. I did it this week with my boss.
Yeah.
He was like making a comment, and I think he was expecting me to be more empathetic to the situation, but I wasn't, and I said nothing.
Yeah.
And we literally sat, and it was like he waited, and we locked eyes.
That's awkward.
Like we're doing right now.
It's like awkward.
But he just, and I literally just waited.
Yeah.
And then he was like, what do you have, like, how do you feel about that? And I was like, nothing. Like, that's.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's awkward.
I have nothing to do with that situation. I have nothing to do with any factor in that. You're telling it to me as an outsider. Whereas naturally, part of me wanted to be like, oh, I'm really sorry you went through that. Or I'm sorry you had to encounter that. But I'm like, I wasn't those people.
Yeah.
I didn't make the words come out of their mouth or their, you know what I mean? Like that's where we have to really own our own shit.
Yeah.
Own your own behavior, your own words, your thoughts, and how you interact with people. That's where I think if you're more aware of that, you stop apologizing for the little things, and you do recognize when you have stuffed up or you have done something wrong, it's easier to then say, I'm really sorry I did that.
Yeah. I reckon we can now roll into another topic that we've got for another episode, but I think it rolls into this.
Let's roll into it.
No, because this is, it's affiliated.
Yeah.
Like, take someone sitting in your seated allocation at a ticketed event.
Oh, no.
Right?
No, yeah.
No, but listen. See, there's so many layers to this.
100%.
Like, for example, when, soccer season's on, we're at every game, we're at Adelaide United, and I've got my...
Are you involved in the soccer?
I've got my, seated spots every week, same allocation, all of that. And some weeks it might not be a sellout, right? It might not be a sellout. So really, are you being like a loser by telling someone that happens to be sitting in your seat when there's spare rows that way and that way? Right, are you being an idiot by saying, oh, excuse me, they're my seats? But wait, But what happens, and this is where I got caught out recently, I'm like, no, there's plenty of seats. No, just take the... But then what's happened is someone's rocked up that I have now been seated in their seat.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect.
So I need to move. So hang on.
Now you've lost your seat.
Sorry to them. But then I'm also saying, do I then turn around and ask these guys to move out of the seat?
And you have to say,
they went,
sorry, guys, I know I gave you my seats, but now that I think that's
they should be saying sorry.
Yeah.
Because, and that's why now I've become a bit of a bloody narcissist when it comes to friggin' my seats. It's like, they're my seats, get out. I'm sitting in there because I don't want to move throughout the show.
100%. 100%.
Have you had that at ticketed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So probably about be within the last 10 years. We used to.
So not yesterday.
Not yesterday. Definitely not yesterday. I haven't had it for a little while, but I I did the worst example of that I can think of. My family, my siblings, my parents, we would attend the Italian Film Festival every year. It was just like a bit of a tradition for us. Like we don't do a whole lot as a whole family because there's so many of us, cast of thousands, as you know. Hello. Fuscos are here. Quick.
Rent a crowd.
Yeah, get the bag of rice. But just got to feed them all. But we go out sort of once a year to the Italian Film Festival. We haven't done it for a few years, probably since COVID, which is a bit of a shame. But back then we would. And we were at the Palace Nova one year in the city, and it was probably like not even halfway through this excellent film, the fire alarm goes off. But it's a sellout night, don't forget. So like we've bought tickets for 15 of us to sit in a row, great seats, centre, where you want to be, because we buy them early because we're organised. Fire alarm goes off. The whole cinema has to be evacuated. So they get everybody out onto Rundle Street. We go back in and people just forget their ticket numbers and or where they were seated, and everyone just thought it was a fucking free-for-all. So literally people just decided to take whatever seat they could. It was disgusting. There was no, management or nothing. So what happened was like half of our family ended up sitting like in our seat. Then like this other woman would not get out of the seat. My sister was really heavily pregnant at the time and she lost her seat. But then there was like nowhere else to sit except for the very, very back. And we were like, and this woman refused to move. She was like, sorry, like I'm not getting out of your seat. And I remember losing it at her and being like, are you joking? Like you're not going to move, not only because A, it's not your seat you did not pay for. There's also a pregnant woman who has nowhere to sit now because of you selfish bastards. Am I allowed to? I can swear on the podcast. Do whatever I want.
Potty mouth.
Potty
mouth.
Potty mouth.
Not potty.
I like it.
Potty.
Yeah, I like. That's good, mate.
Thank you very much.
But I just remember being like, "Oh, are you joking?" And then I think it was my other sister was like, "Don't get into it. Like, don't make a scene." I was like, "I'll make a scene." All of you, like, come on, like, what?
Yeah,
people. This is why I'm gonna say it. This is why I hate people.
Oh,
and that's a whole nother topic. It's a whole nother thing. As much as I love people, it's a real double-edged sword for me. I hate that. To me, that's like the pinnacle of selfish, rude, you're inconsiderate. You know you've done the wrong thing. You know that wasn't your seat. Do you know what I mean? So like, you're a crap human.
Yeah, I know. Don't be a crap human.
Don't be a crap human.
We've got an episode on good humans coming up.
If you're at a ticketed event and you got to see, okay, so here's one for you. The cinemas. You know how the cinema now does it? Yeah. Joya's dad just told me this when he was here, because my brother got tickets for us to go see a movie recently, and when he bought the tickets, it was empty. So we got the best two seats. Yep. Great. Little cinema. My father-in-law told me this story. The last time he went to the movies, he went just him and my mother-in-law, completely empty cinema. And their seats were like 2 rows up. Trailers on, movie started, no one else has turned up. So they're like, free for all. Yeah. Let's actually just jump down a couple rows and we'll sit there. So they sit in the middle, perfect. There's no one there.
I feel like...
About 15 or so minutes into the movie, these 2 guys roll up and are like, excuse me, you're in our seats.
No, tell me that was a joke.
No, it was not a joke. No. You're in our seats. And I've had that in a cinema where it's not quite empty, but even then, like in a cinema, come on, mate, like it's ironic, isn't it? Because here I am just saying in a cinema, I had a seat that was mine, but it was sold out, to be fair, whereas this is a completely empty. There's 200 other seats. There's 2 people, and he was like, you're in my seat, and I need you to move. My father-in-law was like, no, I'm not. You've got to be joking. Like, you've actually got to be joking. Like, you can sit in front, behind. You're late. And there's 198 seats here that you can choose from. So they didn't move.
That's it. Yeah.
He didn't apologise.
No.
My father-in-law, he didn't say sorry.
But if that was you and me, I'd be like, sorry.
Nah, I think I'm going to take a page out of my father-in-law's book.
Yeah, no sorries from now on.
No way.
Zip it. Have that uncomfortable moment and let it pass, and maybe we'll learn from that.
I like it.
But hey, before we go, week that was.
Oof, week that was.
Now, week that was, it's something new that we're going to talk about, and it's just something quick, whether it was something fantastic that happened
horrendous or tremendous.
Horrendous or tremendous. So, week that was for you, anything?
Horrendous. Was really, really ill with a bit of the flu, and I spent a few days in bed. Okay. So I'm going to go with horrendous this week.
Okay. I feel like I don't know, Debbie Downer, because I've got another horrendous.
Oh,
I know.
It's okay.
I know.
Can't win them all.
Well, it was just one thing that just quickly, because it's just a quick moment. I spent the first night after my mum moved house. I thought, oh, poor mama, first night in a new house. I'll sleep there.
Oh.
So I went and slept in the spare room.
Yeah.
And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I hear a or hang on, in Italian terms, but in full volume. You know it, don't you?
I know, I can hear it. Getting shivers down my
But
spine.
it was loud, and I've gone, oh my God, something's happened. And I've run into my mum's room, and I'm like, Ma, are you all right? Are you all right? And she's come to, and she's gone, yeah, just a turnover. But because she lives on her own, that's how she turns over. And then there was no more sleep for me that night. Horrendous. This is living, people. Just do it quietly, would you?
I love it. That's just how she rolls over now.
Hello. My mum gives me too much content.
She's the best.